Glorious day to you, my friends. Yatara anahaska ehetoroto. Welcome to day number 126 of being, this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. Iskanahatar yachana akotorio. This grace of our inner being, of our Atman, our soul, our Hamsa, all names for our true authentic self. Nichukoroto urtatariata anna. Where for 144 days, we're going to be spending time with our Hamsa, our true authentic self, our inner being. And we're going to do it the easy way. Besides all the words that are said, we're going to breathe and we're going to chant. We're going to intentionally breathe and we're going to intentionally chant. We're going to focus on those two things, and our inner being is just going to shine. That's it. Kananita atarya chanahakotoryoto. 144. Iskanahatatiriata. So the imagery they gave me at the beginning, they want to talk about the Mala of Joy again. Gashkanahisototoryotaha. We're on day number 3 of our heart center. And they just want to call it the heart center because it's a combination of both anahata, the heart chakra, and the hrit chakra. This hrit, this heart, this 8-petal lotus and the 12-petal lotus, both working together. We're on day number 3 of this 8-day segment, representing each of the petals of hrit. So we're chanting 144 times. We're utilizing the Mala of Joy, and then we're spending an extra 36 chants using the Ananda chakra, using our dance of joy, our whirling of our inner being through ease and joy and satisfaction. We're going to chant 108 times using the Mala of Joy. And in the Mala of Joy, we break up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12. 12 petals in Anahata, Ishkana Hotoryoto. And each of these 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba. And we've dedicated a segment for each of the chakras. The first 55 days, we subtly dealt with Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra, one of the 9 groups. And the invitation was to place our root system, or more of our roots, into our heart center for the true nourishment of our soul, of our Hamsa, of our inner being. And we subtly dealt with the Annamaya Kosha, this physicality, and Anna, the food, the nourishment from this physicality. The next chakra, Muladhara, in a 34-day segment, we subtly dealt with our foundation, and we started utilizing the Pranamaya Kosha, our energy body, our subtle body, subtly dealing with the energies of this universe, of prana, which is both breath and this universal life force energy. Muladhara. And the invitation from that second group of 9 was to place more of our foundation in our heart, in our Brahma Vihara, this compassion, joy, loving kindness, and equanimity, as we're all. And the next 21-day segment was subtly dealing with Svadhisthana, where the self is established, our sacral chakra. This is the 3rd group of 9. And for the Fibonacci sequence, we spent 21 days here. We went through the fool's journey of the self, because that's what Svadhisthana. I didn't plan this. They planned it. Yeah. And on day number 19 of Svadhisthana, that 21-day segment, we completed day number 108 in the series, where our inner being, where we unified the 1, the 0, and the 8, the sun, the moon, and the earth, and allowed our inner child, our true authentic self, this joyous, shining being, Aditya, like yesterday, when we began to realize this, the pure potential of our inner being, we began to embody it. It's a symbolic 108-day journey. We had 2 other days, and the rest of this series is hashing out, revisiting day number 20 and 21 of Svadhisthana, the Kasu Utur Unahakuchar Tatarati judgment. Yes, I was going to say justice, but that's 11. Nitorio. Judgment and the world, number 21. Judgment is us gently tuning our vibration, letting go of what doesn't work for us, making amends for how we have dealt with people in the past or things, how we have viewed things and caused action based on that, or words based on that. And the world is, with this new perspective, with this Eye of Providence, I'm willing to dive in again and take on things anew with this new perspective and do the whole fool's journey over and over again. This 4th group of 9, Manipura, we just spent 13 days there, releasing control, giving control to our inner being. Where 13 is the center of Anahata, each of the 12 petals, and the 13th is the center of it all. And now we're in the heart space. We're in an 8-day segment. This is the 5th group of 12. 6th group, Kachihu Natarya Vishuddha, our truth. Kasunuhuturya cha anatukurra. Anya, Agnya, our third eye, our intuition, our insight, how we see things, and how we, both of these deal with how we're commanding or causing change in the universe. And Sahasrara, our lotus of awareness, the crown chakra. As we sit in our lotus of awareness, and then the last chakra is Vyapini, the soul star chakra, the goddess who is everywhere. There's only one more day left after all of that, and that's us spiraling around, either dancing in our lotus of awareness because we've understood everything about us, or it's us dwelling in the peace, or it's the world card again. We're going to dive in again. Well, Hrit, or this 8-day segment for each of the petals, represents 8 directions, the wheel of the year, the 8 festivals, but also with Samavriti Pranayama, our internal combustion engine. Day number 1 is we decided to come back into life and have another life. With that decision and a decision point, each of the points on the square is a decision point. We continually decide, but day number 2 was our birth or sunrise, in the cycle of a day. It's also the spring equinox in the cycle of the year. And then we're on day number 3. We're deciding not to breathe in anymore, and we're deciding to go in the excitation phase, We're deciding to go into the shine our jewel phase. We've made that decision. When we breathe in, the only decision we have to make is to continue to breathe in. That's it. We're continuing this life. We've decided to incarnate, and then we come up and we get born into this physicality. Now it's what are we going to do with this life? We're now into our adulthood. What are we going to do? This is our excitation. This is our passion for life. Counterintuitive, it's a different passion than that's brought about by Svadhisthana and Manipura. This is the passion of our inner being. This is our why we came here. All four of these points. I decided to come here. I decided to experience. And this is the sole purpose. And this is, now we're done exciting ourselves about this life. We're now executing. This is the power phase until our death, where we're choosing to transition out of life and report back our experience as we sit there and then dwell in the peace, in our lotus of awareness. We'll go into more tomorrow. But this is our excitation phase. The dreams of our inner being, allowing our inner being to do the work. We spent 13 days about letting go of control. The control in Samavriti Pranayama is simply to continue what you started. That's it. We started to breathe in. We're continuing. We're continuing. We're continuing. We've decided to hold our breath. We're continuing. We're continuing. We're continuing. The decision point, once the big decision has been made, to continue the passion of our inner being, is our inner being compresses and excites the action about to happen. And then we ignite. We decide to breathe out. That's it, which is deciding to shine our light. Kushana atoreta. We're just continuing, deciding to continue. We're just continuing to breathe out and continuing to breathe out. And then we decide to hold our breath with no air in our lungs. We decide to continue. We decide to continue. We decide to continue until we're back at the beginning. That's it. It's this cycle of life. It's the cycle of breath. It's the cycle of the year. And these corner points, day number 3, our decision to live the passion of our inner being and to see what this passion can do. And it's not this human passion where we get all excited, and that leads to contrast, and that leads to the ups and downs, the drama of the hero's journey. As we dwell in our lotus of awareness, as we chant, as we breathe, our inner being can reveal the why, our inner purpose. And then our inner being can start exciting the how. And then when we excite the how, then the what just happens. This what just happens. The why, triggering the why, breathing in the why, but triggering this why in the how. That's it. We're starting the how phase with this passion. At this point, we're listening to our why. Day 3, listening to the why. Let's ask our inner being. So I invite you to relax. Whether you lie down, whether you sit, or whether you sit in seated meditation, it does not matter. Ease and comfort are what's important. As we focus our awareness on our breath, by simply beginning to lengthen and deepen our breath. Breathing and relaxing. And breathing out ease. Breathing in comfort. And breathing out joy. Breathing in the prana. And breathing out satisfaction. Breathing in prana. And simply shining out our light. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart center. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire and the home of our Holy Spirit and the home of our Brahma Vihara, the home of our Amsa. All names for our inner being. All names for God. As we switch over to Sama, Vritti, Pranayama, breathing in, holding our breath, breathing out, holding our breath. Continuing the cycle. Breathing in the prana. Allowing it to excite our passion, excite our why. Breathing out, simply shining our light, executing our passion. And simply dwelling in the emptiness. Breathing in the why. Exciting the how. Igniting the what. And dwelling in the emptiness. For in our heart center, our holy fire, all these things here are the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention, with the breathing in the why, exciting the how, igniting the what. And embodying it all. Every breath that we take with intention, every continuance of this cycle fans the flames of our holy fire and brightens our already bright light. So let us engage in the divine flow, taking the Hamsa in our heart center, our true self, in our zero, in our moon, and reaching up into the Soham, into the one, into the highest source of consciousness, the supreme consciousness, into the sun, and bringing back this Soham, and bringing it back down into the heart center, into the zero, unifying all these energies and ideas, unifying the one with the zero, unifying the Soham with the Hamsa, unifying the sun and the moon, unifying the one and the zero. And taking this combined energy, this Ham Soham, and bringing it down into the heart of Gaia, into the eight, into the earth, into the manifested realm, into everything that the Hari and the Om have done, into everything that Ham Soham has done, and bringing back all those thoughts, all that physicality, back up into the heart center, unifying all these energies and ideas, unifying the one, the zero, and the eight, unifying the sun, the moon, and the earth, unifying the Ham Soham with all the prana, with all that Ham Soham has done, with all of this universal life force energy. And continuing this divine flow, which is simply continuing the breath, continuing life, continuing thought. Niaracha ahake tarataya ashono uto aryatana asa ayakahatara kinoto urhana asa ehayatahatara. And on the out breath, with intention, let us push out this energy, this viewpoint, this perspective, this Ham Soham, into every aspect of our awareness. In every way, and everywhere, and everyone. As we begin to chant, starting off with Aum, which is simply Om, stretched into its three sound components. Ah for the heart, Ooh for the root, and for the savoring, for the satisfaction, for the enjoyment of creation. And then chanting Ham Soham 108 times using the Mala of Joy. And then transitioning with Aying, which is simply aim, the beach mantra of abundance, of manifestation, of the Ham Soham. Aim stretched into its three sound components. Ah for the heart, E for the crown, and Ing for resonation with everything. A breath in for Aum, A breath in to chant. Hum, so hum. 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 Hum, Soham. Hum. 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 Soham. Hum so hum. Hum so hum. Hum so hum. Last one. Hum so hum. A breath in for Aying. When you are ready, let us spend time with our inner being in our lotus of awareness, in our peaceful abode, and utilizing the wisdom of the chants Om Mani Padme Hum. We are this jewel of the lotus. Om Ma Hum. We are this wisdom in the emptiness. So Hum. We are that. We are the Supreme Consciousness. We are everything we observe. Hum so hum. I am the Supreme Consciousness. I am all thought. I am all that is created. And with this wisdom, thus realizing, there is nothing to know, there is nothing to see. So let's spend time in the emptiness, allowing awareness to be. When you are ready, let us thank ourselves for spending time with our inner being in our lotus of awareness, resting in our own true nature. As we continue to chant, transitioning with Aying, and then chanting So Hum 36 times using the Ananda chakra, chanting with ease and joy and satisfaction, and then concluding with Aum. A breath in for Aying. Aying. A breath in to chant. Hum, so hum. 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 Last one. Hum, so hum. Breath in for Aum. Aum. when you are ready, slowly bring awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 126 of being, this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. With the grace of a swan, Hamsa, I encourage you to journal. Just a couple of things here. Again, sama vritti, the same ways. In sama vritti pranayama, we're putting the same weight on each of the parts of the breath. And in our day, waking up, breathing in the why, setting the purpose for our day, executing our day, igniting our how, or impassioning, exciting our how, and then after our day job, that's when our power kicks in, where we're igniting our what we're doing. And then we're just resting in our own true nature. That's it. We're resting, just like at nighttime. We rest at nighttime. Just like winter is the fields are at rest. Just like death is we're resting in our own true nature before we incarnate again. That's it. And just like our breath has a rest phase in it, every time we're manifesting, we're resting. We're not trying to do anything. And hum, so hum, we're going up to the so hum and realizing it. And hum, so hum, we're creating, we're manifesting, we're breathing out. As above, so below. Niyatorya shananda sama vritti. The same ways as the Supreme Consciousness creates, we create sama vritti. Kaskana utoryo to annavatitareta. Because our inner being is creating with ease and joy and satisfaction. It's doing its dance. Kasani itioryo to urna haska atitiareta. In each of these petals, for each of the chakras of each of the petals of anahata, for each of the chakras represents one of these, count of 3, and each of the segments of each of the petals of Hrit represent the continuance, the decision, and the continuance of the decision. That's it, of life. And down over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on day 7, we decide to rest. That's it. We decide to let it go. Just like with the breath. No matter how successful this breath is that we think it is, it's done. It's over. Let it go. That's it. This is the let it go. Because if we hold on to it, we can't rest. It's the same thing with our breath. It's the same thing with the day. The day is done. Maybe write some notes how successful this day was. What would we like to do tomorrow? Set some intentions for tomorrow. And then let it go and rest. And then the new day, we wake up. Or we allow our dreams to work, but we set our intention. What's our day? Same thing with the year. New Year's resolutions. Same thing when we're starting life. Breathing in the why. Exciting the how. Igniting the what. And just letting it go and rest. That's it. Letting it go and rest. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. And shine on from your inner being. With your inner being. As your inner being. And make it a great day. Because why? Why would you leave it up to anyone else? Asanohuku ura hatanahatara.